runs through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, I could. Conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, I could.
Imagine all of this packed into this. The new G16. Stunning views. Advanced gaming performance. Top the leaderboard. Stay effortlessly cool. G16 gaming laptop.
I welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, to Alienware presents TEC Arena Connect. You are currently watching the quarter finale for Coimbator's online CSGO qualifiers, and we've come down to the last four teams where we'll be watching our first quarter finale today as a best of three. And with me joining on the desk is the most humble Raider. So, how are you feeling, Raider? Yesterday was a
Yeah,
very long day, but a very good and productive day, of course, for all the teams who qualified into quarter finale. And today we'll be watching the first two teams face off each other, and one of these teams will go to the grand finale in Coimbatore LAN.
I mean, it's all about the LAN at this point. I mean, eventually, the teams are trying their little best to actually outperform each other. But the thing is, like, the competition has been evolved a lot. Now we are not talking about the qualifiers, and we're not talking about the round of 16, and also the single elimination is done and dusted. It's not a best of one scenario. It is going to be a BO3. So I guess the two teams which are going to face off today are going to put everything that is there in the, I guess, backpack and eventually just showcase their talent. But let's move on to the format so that we can have a clear idea of how it all started and eventually at which angle this tournament is going on at this point. Remember, guys, we had the start of a round of 16. Initially, we had 16 teams, out of which top 8 teams were qualified for the quarterfinals, which is starting from today. As you can see, the dates from 7 June to the 10th June is going to be the quarterfinals. Out of these 8 teams, only the top 4 teams are going to move on to the grand finale. That is the stage set in Brindavan Auditorium, Coimbatore to be precise, which is going to happen on 18th June. So yeah, this is the kind of format that we're talking about. So indeed, the competition is looking quite good for me. Like from the start, we did saw some knife kills also coming in. We did saw some pistols shots also being there, and indeed a lot of strategies had been put through from the start. And eventually, this is quarterfinal. So I guess the competition will be a bit more higher.
Yes, definitely. The competition is going to get even tougher right now since both the teams will be desperately fighting it out to make into that quarter finale slot. But what are these players fighting for? These players are fighting for the massive prize pool of 1,50,000. Starting off with the first prize, we have 75,000, followed by second place with 40,000, and third place with 25,000, fourth place with 10,000 INR rupees. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this and you have missed, to register yourself at online qualifiers of CSGO or Road to Valor, don't worry, we got your backs. We have lot of events planned for you guys on the offline LAN on 18th of June at Coimbatore LAN. We've got CSGO, we've got Valor, we've got FIFA 23, we've got Mortal Kombat, and we also have 1,50,000 offline LAN prize pool along with a lot of giveaways, a lot of experience zones. So if you want to be a part of this LAN, go ahead, check the description and register yourself. And here is the QR code for a free LAN pass. So if you're a gamer enthusiast waiting for the right time, let me tell you, this is the opportunity you have. Go ahead, share it with your friends, and definitely do drop by.
I mean, yeah, if you really want to have a feel of a LAN event coming in from the Alienware and EC, so you can go ahead and scan that QR code that you can see on your screen and eventually get the opportunity of a free LAN pass. And also, as Elika said, that we have quite a few games and like CSGO 2v2 is going to be there, O2 Valor 1v1 is going to be there. Same goes for FIFA 23 and Mortal Kombat 11. And as We were talking about it earlier, like experience zones of Alienware are going to be there,
Yeah.
where you can get the hands-on experience on the devices coming from the Alienware, which is actually going to get you an idea like which particular device is better for you. If you're a gamer, if you're a casual enthusiast, or you're just a streamer and stuff like that, you can check all of those things. Remember, the 1,50,000 price pool is already there for the CSGO 5v5, but eventually out of the 3 lakh rupees price pool, the other half, that is 1,50,000, is divided between the CSGO 2v2 and the offline events that is going to happen on 18th. So yes, a major share of the price pool is going to be there. So make sure to scan that QR code. Also share it with your buddies, with your friends. If you are close to Coimbatore or in Tamil Nadu at this point, you can go ahead and visit it if you are actually trying to get a feel of a LAN event. Yeah, but yes, all in all, I guess it's going to be a new fresh start for quite a few teams today, because yes, two good teams are going to face off each other, and this is going to be a best of three, as I said. But let's talk about the brackets. Initially, we had 16 teams, as we were talking about it. Out of those 16 teams, we got our top eight quarterfinalists. These are Day Sleepers, Only Friends, Backband, CatCat Gaming, Random 5, Kingpings, TW Protocol, and CG Players. The only team whose competition we have not seen yet is going to be the team known as TW Protocol, because you guys remember Bill Different was not available yesterday, and eventually there was a forfeit coming in from their side. So that is why TW Protocol is one of those mysterious team for me individually. I would love to see how their performance goes on, and will they be able to secure their I guess slot for the semifinals and then eventually for the land event as well. Remember, guys,
Mm-hmm.
the online quarterfinal is going to happen till 10th, and eventually, if I talk about the semifinals and grand finals, that is going to happen on the LAN event. But let's talk about today's matchups. Let's talk about the today's schedule, to be precise, which are the two particular teams who are going to face off each other. So we have Day Sleepers against Only Friends. Let us know what's your pick. Yeah, I really feel the competition
Yeah.
is going to be amplified a lot. But the thing is, Only Friends on the other corner had a, I guess, kind of a decent jump when they were fighting in the online qualifiers. So I really believe that they're going to have maybe some good idea of how they're going to perform and how they're going to get the idea of this particular matchup. But on the hindsight, if I talk about Day Sleepers, remember against the Destructive Five, they had a massive comeback. So that can again come against the team known as Only Friends.
Yes, definitely. I mean, day sleepers, they started off with a disadvantage in yesterday's game, but they took over with a very strong comeback, and so did Only Friends. So it's got to be quite tough to say which one of these teams might be walking away. But on paper, with the amount of experience that Only Friends players have, I think they have a pretty good chance to take over this best of three. Let's have a quick look at what the map veto looks like. And I think since it's a best of three, they have taken the best of the best maps. First map is going to be Inferno, second Vertigo, followed by Ancient to be the decider map. Well, quite to my surprise, we're going to start again with Inferno. This, again, not a day we go by without Inferno being in the map pool. Well, it's surprising. I'm not surprised the fact that like Day Sleepers picked up Inferno, because one of their strongest forte was in the map of Inferno, and Only Friends, I have seen them previously play, and Vertigo is one of their most comfortable maps to play ahead. But it's too sad to see that we haven't seen most of Mirage or Overpass, or at least Anubis throughout the online qualifiers. But hopefully, it's going to be a good game between both these teams.
Oh yeah, I really believe that competition is going to be mesmerizing for sure. If I talk about the initial map, it is going to be Inferno. We have seen a lot of Inferno plays coming up in the qualifiers. If I'm not wrong, I guess four maps, three in the day number one, and eventually one in the day number two as well was there. So I believe Inferno is one of those maps which a lot of teams are trying to actually go ahead and choose. I would love to see how that is going to help teams like Only Friends, because they are going to become the counter terrorists. Initial momentum might be in the favor of team Only Friends, but eventually, if I talk about the side of Vertigo, at that point, maybe counter terrorist team known as Day Sleepers will have the advantage. Obviously, being the city side team can actually give you the control, because you don't have to be that much pushy. You can easily set up crossfires and just take down the players. But yes, sitting on the caster deck and talking about it is going to be much more easier. But on the high side, if I talk about these players, these 10 enthusiasts which are fighting for the grand finals at this point, definitely for them the competition is going to be way too hectic. I would love to see how that competition is going to go. And remember, guys, as we can see that the decider will be in the ancient map, which will be absolutely amazing as well. Yeah, remember, on 18th June, there is going to be a LAN event which will be on Brindavan's auditorium, and the location will be Coimbatore. You can clearly check all the details given on your screens, and also scan that particular QR code that you can see on the bottom of the screen. With that, you can get the free pass of the LAN event and eventually enjoy the spirits of LAN.
Definitely, who doesn't want to be in the whole experience of being at a LAN and meeting new friends, making new gamer friends, new experiences, and you might actually visit some of your favorite content creators who will be there at Coimbatore on 18th June. So go ahead, guys, follow us on our socials for more updates. It's at the Esports Club, and also do subscribe to our YouTube channel because we still have one quarter finale day left tomorrow, and eventually the finals on 18th June. And coming back to the matchup, Day Sleepers versus Only Friends, look, it pretty much feels like it's going to be quite a banger match today. It completely depends on what scoreline we end on the first map, because first map speaks a lot and it's picked by Day Sleepers, so they should be pretty much confident about it. And Only Friends, on the other hand, their performance has been nothing but phenomenal throughout the qualifiers, and I feel like they look confident, they are confident about winning this. And now the only way to put a stop to that is if Day Sleepers step up the game.
Yep, definitely. They have to step it up a notch and eventually get the performance right because, yes, in the qualifiers, they had quite a few tough time initially when they were trying to fight back against Team Destructify. But the thing is, this is not the online qualifiers. This is now going to be the online quarterfinals, which is again going to be a bit more chaotic, and the teams have got their strategies right. And eventually, if a Destructify, if sorry, Day Sleepers is going to have the initial momentum, maybe in the next matchup, maybe in the next map, I guess the other team in Vertigo can actually bounce back a lot. So yeah, stuff like that is going to happen, and that is why in the best of three, every single match, every single round, to be precise, has to be very cautious, has to be very calculative from both the teams' end. But only one is going to win, only one is going to move to the semifinals. So I guess that is also one more thing everyone should actually consider. Yeah, experience is going to be there for sure, but I guess only one giant is going to move on to the semifinals and then fight back their way to the grand finals. Well, all the semifinals matches and grand final is going to be there on 18th, which is again a LAN event. Dates are given to you. That is 18 June. The QR code was also shown, so make sure to scan that. All the details from Alienware is also present in the description, so make sure to go ahead and check it out. But yeah, currently I'm just waiting for the map to get started. I'm just waiting for the game to get started because then we'll get to see what kind of momentum, what kind of,
Yes.
I guess, calculations will be there from the teams. Is it going to be a complete hasty start from OnlyFans? Because that can be. OnlyFans is one of those teams which is kind of more confident. I really
Yes.
believe that like they had that kind of play, they had that confident type of play coming in the initial days as well. So I guess that team could be the one chaotic team, but on the hindsight, they have to be calculative as well because yes, Stray Sleepers is known to give their comebacks. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Raider, there's always, one fun activity that casters do together is predicting the match. And of course, most certainly it's on the opposite ends, but I pretty much feel like there's a very good chance that only friends can win. I mean, according to my analysis, of course, their previous matches, their current lineup, the amount of time they've spent together as a team. I have a strong feeling it's got to be 2-0, but it can backfire. Do you have any predictions? Do you have any counter predictions?
I guess after seeing the performance coming from OnlyFans, we can clearly see that they are confident. They have their synergies as well. But yeah, if you're picking the OnlyFans, I guess I should actually go for the other team, that is J Sleepers. Let's see how their performance is going to be. And obviously, the comeback story is also going to be one of those amazing stories that we really want to see. But yeah, 2-0, that's what I really thought that it is going to happen. But maybe we are going to see another story. Maybe decided rounds are also going to come into the play. So yes, whatever thing happens, I guess we are going to just enjoy the competition. We are just going to enjoy that particular team, which is going to boost up their spirits. On the inside, whichever team is going to lose is obviously going to get their experience. So, as a caster, I usually say this that either you win it or you learn from it. So, I guess that team which is going to lose it is going to learn a lot of new strategies and learn their mistakes and maybe evolve a bit in the next IPs coming from TEC as well. So, I really believe it's a
True.
win-win situation for both of the teams because even if a particular team goes for the semifinals, it is not, I guess, 110% possible that that team is going to move on to the grand finals and then eventually become the champion as well. Yes, they will be in the top four, and that will help them to actually reach out to the major share of the prize pool. The least amount that they're going to get is 10,000 if they're stuck at the fourth position. Then I believe 25, and eventually, gradually, the prize pool is also going to increase. So I guess yeah, stuff like that is going to happen. But yeah, for you, I guess it's going to be a 2-0. I really think Days Reapers could actually make their way once again back in the game. But yes, we can't deny the fact that Only Friends is one of those consistent playing teams. And also, they're trying to be a bit more chaotic. They've got their synergies right. They have the plays. I mean, the best part is Only Friends knows how to establish the counter attack. And that is the best part, I guess.
Yes, definitely. I mean, the way that OnlyFans have built themselves up throughout the last couple of months, and especially through tournaments, through thick and thin, they understood one fact that they have stick together as a team, and they know they know how to react to each other's moves. If imagine your teammate is flashing, they know they can predict, or at least say that what's the next move is going to be of that particular player. So this all comes this the team synergy and communication comes through with the most amount of times being spent together. And I think only friends definitely have, and so did day sleepers. They were off to a really good start in the tournament. But ladies and gentlemen, you know what is also really a good start? I think the launch of the latest Alienware laptops, they are currently the topic in the market, the gossip of the market, with 4080 GPU, 16-inch quad cooling fans, along with 13 Gen Intel processors. And if you want to check them out, the links are in description. Go ahead, check it out on Alien Store as well if you're available offline. And if you're around Coimbatore or Tamil Nadu, do come by to the land so you can get a hands-on experience to Alienware's latest products and launches. But coming back to the game, since we have a couple of minutes left, as we talked about Only Friends, let's have a talk about a short conversation about the maps that we've picked so far: Inferno,
Mhm.
Vertigo, and Ancient. Now, Vertigo is one of those maps that every professional player loves playing for some reason. I've seen every team who's represented India, at least in CSGO or even internationally, if we take, they have such a soft corner in their brain for just
Okay.
for Vertigo. They feel like, because that map is filled with so many surprises, you don't know which, either it's going to be CT side making the comeback or T side making the comeback. It's very uncertain to tell which teams have the advantage. So I think that's one map which has a complete balance since the very beginning of the match, in order to get the rounds. So there's no advantage like Mirage is CT sided, sometimes Inferno is CT sided, but Vertigo is completely balanced. I think that one map is personal favorites for many of the professional players. And when it comes to Inferno, I think Inferno is mostly used for the Opus and the scout players. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of insane op shots coming in through, and of course a very beautiful map to put those shotguns. I've seen Max 7 plays, I've seen shotgun plays, I've seen a lot of interesting and exceptional shotgun weapons being used in this map. So either it's going to be a very short range fight or a long range fight. There is very less middle ground that players meet in Inferno. You're either on T ramp or on top mid when you're fighting. So that's what usually is the scenario. But anyway, Inferno is a good check, Vertigo is a good check, and Ancient, oh, it's the map that we have started our day two times, I guess,
Yeah.
yesterday and day before yesterday. And Ancient is a map which is new to the map pool, I mean, which is not in the competitive pool for such a long time, but I think it has given such a priority in players' minds that people choose Ancient over D2 now. Now, D2 is anyway not at the map pool, but I think it's a direct substitute of Dust 2, Ancient.
All right. We have talked a lot about the maps. So we have talked about a lot of speculations that these teams are going to come up with. But finally, unfortunately, the match has been started. So yeah, looking forward to it. How the performance is going to go. If we talk about Clouda, Fired, Finn, Riven, Crazy Gamer, they are representing the team known as Only Friends. And on the hindsight, we do have day sleepers. And pretty soon the match is going to get started. Before that, a quick pause is going to come in so that they can just be ready with their formation and then eventually fight back a lot. I really believe at this point there is going to be a control coming in from Banana side. I guess whenever we sat at the T-sided team in this particular map, you really want to actually go and approach Banana so that you can have that initial kind of idea at how many players are going to be stacked up on that particular angle, rather than going for the A side. I guess there might be some one or two players which are going to approach the A side, but I really believe there is going to be an initial stance going towards the B side, and no doubt it's not going to be that, I guess, unfruitful. But yes, tactical timeout also coming in. That's surprising for me. I mean, these sleepers is already starting off with using a lot of advantages, a lot of, I guess, utils at this point. But yes, moving forward, the first round is going to get started pretty soon, and it is going to be very hectic, to be honest, from both the teams' perspective. You really want to get that pistol round in your favor so that you can actually boost up your economy as well, and also impact a lot onto the enemy.
Yep, that definitely is true. But all I can think about before a match starts is what's gonna happen if you lose the pistol round. Are you gonna go for a force buy, or are you gonna go for just another eco? And mostly players don't think much during the pistol round on what bomb side to push. They concentrate more on securing the frags, and most importantly, if you're starting off on the side like day sleepers, you make sure you get the bomb planted down. That's the least you can do in a pistol round, honestly. I think that's what at least Terrace focus on. And for CT, it's pretty simple: two players over towards B, two players over towards A, and one over towards mid. This is a very default call, since you don't know how much prepared your opponents are and how well prepared you came. You cannot, play against the odds. So playing it safe is better. I think that's what every team opts for in one or the other way. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, first BO3 of the quarter finale between Day Sleepers and Only Friends has begun. I think it's going to be a mid-rush coming in through from Day Sleepers slowly. A couple of bullet sounds have been given away. Only Friends player is going to be backing out a little over there. One player over towards Arch, two players over towards the bomb side. A total of three. And look at Crazy Gamer. He's already pushed down to the spawn. He's checked out that there's no player over towards the spawn. He has to check the right side, and he definitely does. Takes down the first kill, trading it off for Fired Up, who's been taken down by Wicked Gaming. Finn gets another one. Crazy Gamer unfortunately gets taken down. The trade game is looking perfect at the moment. Finn is down to 1 HP. Raven and Clouda are here for the backup. Looks like they've spotted one of the players over towards the mid. It's Clouda who has to make the decision now. While on the other hand, Finn takes one more kill against Taurus, leaving Wicked to be the only man alive from Day Sleepers. And there you go, he opens up the head for Finn. He moves forward very aggressively, but Raven is going to put a bullet in his head and stop that aggression. Ed Banana right there, and Only Friends secure the first round of this BO3.
Well, yeah, there we go. Indeed, it was a long run, but I guess at the end, the pistol advantage goes in the pistol round advantage goes in the hands of only friends, which is again a good thing. Initially, that start is obviously going to give them the momentum boost. Once again, the pause is going to come in because we are missing one good player from Day Sleeper's perspective. But yeah, let's see how far I guess Day Sleeper is going to punch up, because obviously the competition is now being very chaotic indeed. For the first 2 days when the competition gets started, it was the online qualifiers, it was either make or break type of situation. But right now, you do have second chances coming in the form of best of three. So I believe even if Day Sleeper is going to, I guess, maybe lose the first round, which is again a very early thing to say. Maybe if they are going to lose the first map, they might be able to bounce back in the next two. So yeah, a lot of ups and downs might be coming in initially. Yes, OnlyFans did have the control, and right now they're trying to actually choose their picks. We do have a shotgun pick coming in from Fired Up's perspective. If I talk about Cloud, he's got the FAMAS along with some smokes and also frag needs. If I talk about Finn, M4 coming into the play, Raven and Crazy Gamer has yet to choose, and I believe they are still holding the USPs. Although they have got the $3,700 in their favor, which can easily be utilized when they really want to actually go ahead and purchase some decent guns in their favor. But yeah, waiting on the last player from the Day Sleepers perspective, Equac with $2,000 in his favor. I don't think he's going to buy a lot, but he might actually go for a force buy. And if that happens, maybe Day Sleepers is going to completely change the game and have the advantage of this particular round. Although it is going to be a very tough decision for them to make, because if they are going to lose that particular round as well, they are going to be shattered.
Yep, they definitely are going to be, but hence they have to be very careful when they're going in for a force buy. And I think there's a pause obviously for Day Sleepers, since one of the pair is not connected. But Only Friends doing such a bold move of buying M4A1 in the second round makes me want to question the choice of Finn, but they do realize they can't sell it back, right? Once they bought the M4. I think I've done a lot of mistakes recently, just buying the weapon and realizing, oh, I shouldn't have bought it. I should have maybe waited till the end of the round. But let's see if Finn puts that M4A1 to a good use. While Cloud has picked up a FAMAS, and we see a shotgun coming up from Fired Up. Well, Fired Up with a shotgun is like, a killer with a gun, completely balances out the victory for the killer and for his accuracy. Well, speak of the devil, and killer joins back into the match, which means we'll be resuming shortly for our second round of the map Inferno in the best of three series. And speaking about these players, I don't see any
Mhm.
changes of sixth player. Blade, Taurus, Wickets, Aqua, Killer, everyone looks the same. Crazy, Raven, Finn, Fired Up, Clouda. If there is anything I want to add, I think I would just say that Fired Up is just going to make it way easier for only friends to get through this match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. How the output is going to be there, like day sleepers. Well, the final player is already back in the game, and yes, with that, the pause has already been lifted. So in next 10 seconds, we are going to see either a very aggressive stance or a very calculative start coming from day sleepers perspective. Because obviously, after losing the initial round, they are a bit on the shaky corner. But the thing is, the other team has to bag out another set of 15 rounds in order to just bag out the first map in their favor. So things are not that comfortable for both of these teams. It can actually be a very good comeback coming in from day sleepers perspective. But let's see how Wickets and his teammates are going to perform. Has got the Deeg in his hand, maybe approaching the banana at this point. Yes, there is a player pretty close to that banana. That need is going to be a close one, but before that, Equinox gets taken down. Equac, to be precise, has been taken down. Torres on the other corner has also been traded off with Clouda's M4. But yeah, look at Crazy Gamer. Through the smoke, he's trying to push forward. Maybe the player is going to get spotted, and that is, if I'm not wrong, Killer. Will he be able to kill down the player, or is he going to get stabbed at this point? That's a big question because we do have the bomb lurking there in the mid area, and it is going to be a difficult one for a lot of teams to come back with. Ooh, that was another big shot coming in from both Raven and Crazy Gamer. Were able to take down the last few players as well, and it is done. Back to back 2 runs in the favor of Only Friends. But still, the loss is not that much. Day Sleeper should be coming back pretty soon. On the hindsight, if we talk about Only Friends, yeah, I mean, they are having the control, and that's the best part. If they are able to have that initial control, being the CT-sided team, that's what we really expect from them. And if they are able to just completely get all of the rounds, maybe majority of the rounds to be precise, like 10 to 5 could be the score at max. That would be amazing for Only Friends. But yeah, once again, the round has been started, 150 seconds to go. The initial push is going to come in, and at this time, the sleepers have got their initial buys. They've got the Gullils, they've got the AKs also coming in. 3 AKs and 2 Gullils, if I'm not wrong. But then again, look at the damage that is coming in. Equac already on the bare minimum HP, like 11% of his HP is still there. But still, he might just get taken down. Some flashbangs being thrown here and there. They're trying to just actually use the utilities on its peak. But if we talk about player 9, that is going to be Torres. Now he's got the bomb, trying to approach maybe the banana. I would love to see how that output is going to be. But Crazy Gamer might just be overextending this fight, and he might just lose it because look at
Yep.
Equac. He's just waiting on the edge. He's just waiting on the edge to strike on the player. Crazy Gamer, he's
Mm-hmm.
also not moving a muscle at this point.
Yeah. Well, he wants to make a calculated push. Hence, he's being very careful, and that's a beautiful flash coming in from CT. That peak is definitely gonna put only friends to an advantage. And look at Clouda and Raven taking the entire control of Banana and shutting Day Sleepers down. Day Sleepers a full buy round, yet no good for them. They unfortunately lose against only friends. And look at that flash and timing, the coordination. He gets 1 kill, immediately switches the weapon, waits for his teammates back up, and Clouda definitely does the justice to the M4. Only friends with 3 rounds in the lead, and Day Sleepers, they have to go for an eco right now. There's not much economy that they can invest in the weapons. Hence, I feel like it's going to be a banana push. One player is already set towards the right, but Finn spots one of them burning and will take him down. We've got one player over towards T ramp and 3 over towards A bomb site. There you go. Torrance gets taken down, which pretty much leaves us to the last 3 players with Killer gone, Equok, and Wickets. With one Deagle and a Tech 9 in their hands, hiding in Palace. But who else do we have in Palace? We have Raven waiting, and there you go, takes wicket down. Patience is the name of the game, and Equok slowly trying to push, trying to gather info. And I don't think it's a bad idea for him to push like that. He definitely will get an advantage out of it. Gets an AK, is gonna pretty much move forward. But with his HP amount, I don't think he'll be able to do much. Aspen takes him away, and fourth round has been put on board for only friends. But I can say a nice try coming in, from Equak. At least he scored 1 kill over there.
Yeah, he was trying to establish that kind of dominance, but eventually it was not that favorable for him. You can clearly see how Riven and the other players are trying to have the controls. They're able to judge the places, they're able to judge the angles. Seekback was definitely able to take with the Tech 9 a very good pick, but eventually that was not enough. As I say, individual plays are good enough, like you can become the MVP, but at the end it is the demand of, I guess, the whole scenario that you have to have the team effort coming to the play. And Tora is already finding a very good op shot, was absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, Clouda gets him. Pied up on the other corner is also going to take a very big ding shot along with the flashbang coming from Clouda's perspective. With that, we really have 4v3 type of scenario where once again OnlyFans is having the major share of the advantage. Let's see how Wickets is going to perform. He's trying to approach to the boilers, but Fired Up finds him and he's going to fire him out of the equation. It is Wickets who has been taken down. Now we do have Equack trying to be Equatic, and yes, his equations are working out. He was able to take down one good player of the team. 2v3, and that's what we have. It's a 2v2 for now. Have got their own damages to be required. And on the inside, if we talk about Finn and Crazy Gamer, they're also stacked up onto the banana side. But unfortunately, player zero, should I say, Blade has been picked off. Now, with that, Equack is going to be the one last hope for the team. And once again, a 1v2 type of push is going to come in. Some smoke, some utils are being utilized. And with that, maybe, possibly, Equack can actually do a 1v2. He's already got 3 frags, if I'm not wrong. Oh, 2 frags in this particular round, one in the previous one. So, yes, indeed, his performance is looking good. But he spots a player beyond the car, beyond the underpass, but still wasn't able to do anything, and straight up 5 rounds back to back in the favor of OnlyFans is now putting a very big question mark on the meta of day sleepers. Yeah, maybe they will be bouncing back. But OnlyFans, they do have a very strong control for now.
Yes, a very strong control indeed, but this is just one-sided control. They're not giving space for day sleepers to breathe, which is again a good factor for them because they've been able to gather 5 rounds back to back on day sleepers. Absolutely less hope left for them, and that flash is not gonna work in the favor for Raven Fired Up, but instead it's gonna work in the favor
Wow.
for opponents. Two openings for Days Sleepers. Finally, I see some hope here, but Clouder comes for the rescue. Immediately trades Equark, putting us in a 3v4 situation. Fired Up spots one of the player while Killer takes another kill. Fired Up quickly goes up the up, gets one, gets traded. It's Finn all by himself in a 1v2, 1v3 situation. Blade is down to 4 HP, so I pretty much don't consider him as a part right now. But sometimes you can get through the fight with 3 HP. Torres knows exactly where Finn is coming from. He sets his crosses straight at the place, and as the caster curses, Day Sleepers achieve their first round.
Yeah, finally a comeback. That's interesting. I mean, indeed they had the guns, indeed they had the Kevlars waiting for them, and eventually also they had the right utils that they were able to reach out. And at the end, Finn was trying to come up with a beautiful flank, but unfortunately Taurus had the clear idea, as you said, Elika, and eventually with that, first round falls in the hands of Day Sleepers. And now I guess maybe there's going to be a comeback like situation coming in, but we know OnlyFans is very good at crushing the hopes of the opponents. So yeah, I would love to see how that actually happens. Yes, op in the hand, Taurus is once again waiting for the right moment to strike on. Has got the op, same goes for Fired Up. Ooh, the damage from the other team is absolutely amazing. Raven now has been taken down, unfortunate, but indeed that's the harsh reality that we are looking at. Torres on the other corner will be still waiting for the right moment. He has got the op, so he will be sitting back a bit, and then eventually takes a few shots onto the player. One and two, like Cloud and Fired Up, both of them are ready in the close by area. Like one is close to the pit, another one is also there beyond the stacks. I would love to see how that performance goes on. Indeed, it is going to be a very hefty demand of the fights at this point. It's a 4v4 type of scenario, so both of these teams are, I guess, pretty comfortable with each other right now. They do know that they have lost one good player, but eventually they also know that they have taken down one from the opponent as well. Okay, the op shot was about to come in, but before that, Fired Up disconnected due to that flashbang and the smoke coming in. Indeed, it was unforgiving for the player. Now, Wicked, he was able to take down Cloud. With that, we have Finn again trying to do a 1v1 at this point because all the other players are already trying to stack up onto the B side, and there is no one lurking at that angle. There is no idea at this point, I believe. And yeah, player 5, that is one as Crazy Gamer, is now coming in, but the bomb is going to get already planted beyond the fountain, which is again a very good thing. On the hindsight, Crazy Gamer, what will he be able to do beyond the rotations? I guess he's trying to come up with the construction side in his favor. A 2v3 scenario where, if I talk about wickets, already the HP is not looking good. So it's kind of 2v2. If wickets finds the players, if he gets to be fruitful, then I believe things will be changing rapidly. Quack maybe getting damaged pretty soon because, yes, he has been spotted. Flashbangs are coming in. Is it enough?
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah, there you go. Equack finds one. Crazy Gamer has been picked off, and now with that, Finn might be able to save the gun because obviously the economy is now shattering by losing back to back 2 rounds. They're not looking comfortable. So, yeah, Finn and his teammates, only friends, have to just rake up some good points in the initial in the next upcoming fights because other than that, they're already losing a major share of this right now.
Yeah, I mean you're right. At the moment they don't have much funds to invest in, but since Finn saved that up, maybe four of the players can actually afford a buy. And I think they will be going in for a buy. Yup, they have one op, one M4, two M4s, one MP9, and Raven is gone with the plain pistol, I guess. Day Sleepers, a great start and answer to Only Friends pack. Two rounds, there's still a long way for them to reach for Only Friends, but Only Friends, they have to maintain the consistency. And what a shot coming in from Fired Up. He takes that crouch peak, gets the headshot. A beautiful start for Fired Up for the round and for Only Friends as well. If they lose this round, they have to go for an eco raider. So there's pretty much the entire investment of
Mhm.
this round is going to, this round's outcome is going to be dependent for the future references. But Raven with that deagle is gonna make some magic happen. Takes wicket down, finds another player, takes him down as well. I think he's looking to upgrade his gun, but just moments before he does that, he's going to check angles to make sure that no one else is pushing. Equac and his teammate Blade are left in a 2v4 situation. Equac is approaching his way over towards A shot, and I think if he gets spotted in the eyes of Blade, it's going to be tough because he does get spotted, he does get taken down. Equac is the last man standing right now. Does he has the bomb? Unfortunately, no. It is over towards city spawn. Crazy Gamer misses the aim, but no issues. They at least know a call that it's going to be B bomb side in the last 30 seconds. But no, he's faking. He puts a smoke over towards B and is going to get the bomb. He did not pick up the bomb with 18 seconds left on the clock. Can he make it on time? Nope, he won't make it on time. So pretty much Equok is gonna go for a save, I believe. While only friends well, only friends is gonna just wait for Day Sleepers Equok to show up. Fired up and Finn, a nice crossfire setup coming from both of them. I mean, I really like the way how they have held themselves and did not push banana or mid. And anyway, Equok ran out of time, so that was the best decision for him to take.
Well, indeed, a very good comeback coming from both of these teams, trying to fight back, trying to get the advantage, but at the end, only Friends is clearly able to actually have their major share of, should I say, inventory in their favor, which is kind of good. Fired up is there with the op, with the smoke in his favor, which is again not going to help him a lot, but eventually one good op shot can actually end stories for a lot of players. That's what he's trying to come with, and Killer gets dinged. Oh, not just Killer. It's going to be Quack as well, who has been taken down. Not just him, it's a 1v3 already done and dusted. Fired up, he's actually on fire. Oh, I really thought this could have been the fourth pick, but eventually Torres also with the op retaliates, and the retaliation was absolutely fluent. Look at him now trying to rotate from the underpass, trying to have the advantage, trying to have the element of surprise at this point. But before that happens, Crazy Gamer has already got the idea, and he is going to ding the player out of the equation. With that, Torres also gets
Ow.
taken down. Now, yes, the momentum that was lost is finally back, I believe, for the team. And with that, Only Friends is having 7 rounds in their favor. On the high side, Day Sleeper stuck at 2. So there is a buffer of 5 good rounds in the favor of Only Friends. And as a CG-sided team, I believe they're doing everything possible in their corner to have the initial advantage.
Yes, that was a quick response coming in from Only Friends to Day Sleepers 2 rounds. But I think as far as Only Friends is gonna keep up that calm and that communication, I think they're gonna do very good. Raven already opens up the accounts and takes Equok down. Blade going in for an immediate trade, no issues. Cloud is holding over towards the A shots. Both the players are pushing from either ends of the bomb sites. Fired up pushed banana, and Clouda and Finn pushed up mid, which pretty much leaves no space for day sleepers to work on. And there you go. 20 seconds into the round, it's been done and dusted by Only Friends. Look at the confidence. They know it's an eco, so they went for the push rather than wasting time. And they did give away 2 kills, so it was an eco. They could have avoided that, but that's the type of losses you face when you're taking the risks of pushing from both the bomb sites.
Mhm. But at the end, if you have the advantage, if you are able to control the fight in your favor, I guess that's the best part. Indeed, the economy is going to get dented, but same goes for the other team as well. Saber is still going to actually have the ops and the other guns as well. Look at Torres, $0. That's what he is having, but he's still going to utilize the op because he knows he's quite fruitful with that. I mean, we did saw how beautifully he was able to pick down, fired up beyond the car and underpass region in the round number, I guess, 9. But yeah, now we are at round 11. again, some good shots could be there. Oh, this would have been a close one. Fired was actually very close and very precise with that particular shot, but still the output was not that favorable. But talking about Crazy Gamer, he's there with the info, he's waiting for the right moment, but gets right down the corner. Crazy Gamer finds two, not just Blade. Killer has been dropped off as well. And Torres, yeah, he might be output, he might be giving the output, but unfortunately, Crazy Gamer is one step ahead. Clouda finds another one. Once again, the ace is not going to be there for players like Crazy Gamer, but still, I believe at the end he's going to take four players. That's amazing. He was able to take down four good players out of the equation from Day Sleeper's perspective. Now, Day Sleeper is actually having a very difficult fight at this point. Once again, they might be actually coming up with an all AK buy because Soros might not be able to buy that particular op. And if he does once again, maybe the output will be there. But yes, at the end, if I talk about only friends, look at their dollars, look at their economy. They're very strong, not just in the economy, but also in the motivation, also in the momentum, because they're getting back to back few amazing rounds in their favor. Yes, they were stopped at, I guess, seventh round, but eventually now the comeback is coming in once again. Fired Up is trying to be a bit more aggressive, and this could actually cause them. But yeah, let's see how far will they be able to go. Now, Riven has been taken down the wicket's perspective, and the op shot goes in, couldn't do anything. Will be able to take one down on
Yep.
the back end corner. I believe Crazy Gamer comes up with a very beautiful support for the team. Otherwise, it could have been Fired Up who is going to go down, but another op shot misses the connection, but not going to lose it again. Let's see who is the last player. And it's done. Blade gets taken down by Clouda. 10 to 2. A very good ratio in the hands of Only Friends. And they are indeed looking forward to have the first map's advantage in their favor.
Well, looks like it's going to be an easy deal coming in from Only Friends. And look at Day Sleepers. Even if it's a full buy or a semi buy, I think their calculation about Only Friends is not not like on point. But Only Friends, all they have is the manpower, is the confidence right now, and they're using it very well to the use. You can see a heavy rush coming in from the banana. Who gets one? Gets immediately traded, but Crazy Game is gonna put down a triple kill, almost a quad one, and but Torres definitely took that kill away by 250. It's a 3v1 situation, so I don't think there's going to be a fight, but it's going to be a hunt kill for Day Sleeper's last player by Only Friends.
Mhm. Once again, I believe the equation is looking quite good for Only Friends. They are just putting the players in their favor. They're trying to have the advantage. And Torres is one of those players which is actually being the last survivor, and he's trying his level best to just come up with some good picks. But the thing is that team effort is not coming from DC perspective. So that is one thing which is actually making me quite nervous when it comes to DC perspective. But on the hindsight, if you talk about Only Friends, they do have a very good control. Every single strategy that DC is trying to come up with is now getting countered. They're trying to douse the fire with the smokes. They're trying to be a bit more aggressive at the same time. Fired up. Look at him. He's not stopping. The flashbangs are coming in, and along with that, fired up with the op is just being way too chaotic. He's trying to pick out the players. At the same time, we do have Finn at this point has got the M4. Oh, he's going to get attacked with the molly. Both Blade and fired up. Finn are actually going to get damaged with that. But still, the output is not that good for this. So it's already up to losing one good player, and another one goes out. Finn takes with the M4. The player who has been
Yep.
taken on is going to be Blade. Let's see how far will they be able to establish the connection. Another one. Oh, this will be a knife round.
Oh, there
Oh
you
man.
go.
Wow.
Another knife, another day, just a
Wow.
casual day at CSGO, ladies and gentlemen. Keeps happening, no need to be excited about it. But coming back, Day Sleepers losing is one thing, and getting knifed is another level of humiliation for the team and the player. But anyway, keeping that aside, 11-2 is the scoreline, and there you go. Day Sleepers barely had any advantage to the hand. So only friends take it up to the 12th round on board for them. Just three more rounds until they hit the match point, and eventually four more rounds for the victory. But honestly, as far as we spoke, as far as I predicted out, I feel like yes, only friends is gonna close this deal to 2-0. But again, if Day Sleepers chose the map of Mirage and only friends were the one to choose, Vertigo, why is Day Sleepers losing on their map pick?
I mean, yeah, that is one of those biggest questions. Yes, you decided to actually go with this map, and still not being able to be that much chaotic, not being able to dish out that kind of damage is obviously being very, I guess, shaky for the fans of this particular team. But on the high side, if we talk about only friends, they do have the control, they do have the idea how they're going to perform. 14 rounds have been passed, and still there is nothing that Day Sleepers was able to come up. I believe initially in, I guess, 6 to 7 or 8 rounds, they were able to get 1 or 2 rounds in their favor, and that's all. After that, a complete control has been there from only Prince's perspective. And then whenever this kind of I guess total domination comes in from an opponent's perspective, I guess your motivation goes down a lot, your momentum goes down a lot. You don't have that kind of
Yep.
spirits, and eventually you were unable to perform. And that's exactly, I guess, what DC is coming up with. The pressure is immense at this point because they do know they have the second chance of maybe getting the vertigo, maybe getting the ancient also in their favor. But the thing is, if they are losing the initial control, they might just not have that. And on the hindsight, only friends is just having the complete momentum. They are taking down the players either the Deagles are coming in or the Orbs are coming in. Every now and then, it is just Torres who is making a lot of mess for OnlyFriends. But eventually, if we talk about Day Sleepers, there is nothing that they can do to control players like Fired Up, players like Raven, players like Crazy Gamer as well. Look at Crazy Gamer. Already 16 amazing frags in the 14 rounds, I believe, that we have seen. Also, Fired Up did the same thing. On the hindsight, if we talk about Day Sleepers, look at their formation. Yes, double digit deaths are there, but eventually look at their frags. 3, 7, 4, and 4. Eventually, we are missing one more player, but I can bet that he was also not able to secure that many frags. Like double digit frags are not at all coming from Day Sleeper's perspective. So yes, they are not, I guess, getting the idea of how to push in, and also they are not getting the picks. So both of these situations are out of the hands of Day Sleepers, and the way they are losing, there might be a very soon situation. There might be a very quick situation where they are going to see a match point coming in from OnlyFriends perspective, and with that, OnlyFriends will be bagging out the first map. Yes, we are right now in Inferno. Next up, we have Vertigo, and then eventually we do have Ancient as a decider. But yeah, it really feels like that Ancient might not come in, the decider might not come in, because the way OnlyFriends is performing, their control is good, and they are not going to let even a single round slip off by their own. And they sleepers, they're doing everything that is possible from the corner, but still the output is not that optimum.
They have to make some type of changes at the moment, day sleepers, if they want to keep continuing with that aggression, or at least make a comeback and beat against only friends. They are certainly in a difficult situation now. Only friends have reached double digits, may which barely seems like a task for day sleepers to make a comeback. So 12-2 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, and 10 rounds away is day sleepers. And imagine having the goal of doing a 10 rounds back to back comeback is going to be a difficult task, especially that day sleepers are losing on the map that they have picked, that is Inferno. Well, no one has expected this, but day sleepers are giving their level best, and only friends on the other hand, they are enjoying what they are doing, Rhythm. And they were off to a good start, and 12-2, I mean, I was pretty concerned for day sleepers. I thought like when they got the second round, they might be coming back, but unfortunately, I think it's all only friends that's taking over currently in Inferno. And imagine the aggression they'll show on their map pick, that is Vertigo.
Yeah. I mean, the best part is for OnlyFriends that they had the initial control of the series side, and eventually in Inferno, if you have the series side control, and if you are able to just have that control and be fruitful, I guess you are easily going to diminish a lot of hope from the enemy's perspective. But yes, we do have a small technical difficulty coming in from Day Sleeper's perspective, so we are missing on one player. This one is going to join, and we are going to resume the action. Remember, the storyline is not looking good for Day Sleepers because the team has got just 2 rounds in their favor, and that too in the first half, where they were becoming the terrorists. Maybe things will change when they are going to become the series as a team. So for that, they have to fingers crossed and wait for the right moment to strike on. Eventually, maybe there's going to be some kind of comeback coming in. But the thing is, the journey is way too hard and way too long to be precise. There is a round buffer of 10 rounds. After a quick short break, we'll get to see how the formation goes on from Day Sleeper's perspective, because yes, indeed, there is a control coming in from the other team. So yeah, a short break indeed, and then we'll be back.
running out of time. Every day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby. I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars. We can sleep under the stars, oh the stars, oh the stars. We can do what we like, like. We can do what we like, like. Baby, while we're young, oh, baby, while we're
All right, guys. As promised, indeed, after a quick short break, we are back in the game, and it just seemed like that the rounds are going to get resumed. It is going to be a 4v5 scenario, seems like that. And yes, once again, only France is trying to just have the complete control of the map, and it does seems like that Dreamskeeper is going to have a very tough time fighting back and eventually getting the game in their favor. Once again, would love to see how the competition goes on. The thing is, there are quite a few players lurking in the mid areas, like if we talk about player 8, his name is Equac. He's trying to actually get the advantage, but it won't be that easy, that's for sure. But he's trying to have the initial advantage at this point, maybe an X factor, and that's exactly what Wicked is going to get. Through the smoke, he finds Clouda, but in the retaliation, Finn is going to pick down Killer through the smoke. Other spray goes on, and this is really looking bad for the team known as Sleepers once again. But the retaliation is there. I mean, Finn is going to be the one of those players which is stopping a lot of banana push. Let's see, will he be able to be fruitful? But from the back end, there is going to be a backstab. And the last player which is still surviving is going to be Torres, and it does seem like that Torres is also pretty much AFK. Won't be moving anything, won't be doing anything, and this might be one of those rounds where obviously the advantage falls in the hands of the team. But Torres is finally back. Okay, yeah, let's see what Torres is going to do. It's a 1v3 type of scenario. Torres is actually quite capable of doing that. Yeah, let's see. Will he be able to just clutch this moment in his favor? It's going to be a tough fight to be precise. Once again, the players are being in a very close quarter combat. He gets spotted, and a beautiful ding from Finn's perspective. I mean, it was looking like a piece of cake for that guy. With that, 13 to 12 is going to be the storyline. Only France is looking way too chaotic at this point, and despite of that break, despite of that initial burst of momentum coming in from Day Sleeper's perspective, things are not at all looking good. But fortunately, not fortunately, I believe once again the sides are going to get switched. So the first half is already over. 15 rounds have already done and dusted, and only France is having the complete control of those particular 15 rounds because they have acquired 13 rounds in their favor. On the hindsight, Day Sleeper is stuck with just 2 rounds. Now this could be one of those moments where maybe Day Sleeper is going to prove their outcome and may create that kind of stronghold and once again get the advantage at the end. But yes, once again, we have a banana push coming in. Player 4, 5, and I guess maybe 3 is also pushing forward. So Raven, Crazy Gamer, and Finn are trying to just push from this angle. Oh, gets spotted with that ding. Maybe things will be changing, but Crazy Gamer finds one, and that is Equac who has been taken. Now with that, Torres and both killer has been picked up. Now the final player wickets is going to be the hope. It's tough, man. It's tough for him to survive as well. I really believe at this point the survival is something which is going to be out of equation. Yes, that's exactly what happens with that 14 to 2. Pretty close to the match point. I mean, what is happening? Day Sleeper is just unable to find that POI at this point.
Yeah. Well, it pretty much looks like I missed quite the game, but 14 to 2 is the score, and just one round away for only friends. One round only a way for only France to get that match point. And I pretty much feel like, that's just not it. Even if Day Sleepers want to make a comeback right now, it's going to be a pretty tough one. It's a 4 situation for them, and it's too unfortunate that one of their players is not available. But this just gave off an advantage for only friends to go against Day Sleepers.
Wow.
And that's what exactly is happening. Only Friends is already reached to match point, which means they're just one round away for the victory.
I mean, they are one step closer, that's for sure. Only Friends might actually lose this round, and maybe there is going to be momentum burst coming from Days perspective. But the thing is, it's a 4v5 type of scenario, and obviously, when you are a city-sided team, things are not going to be that easy if you don't have that manpower, because you won't be able to cover those flanks, you won't be able to cover that many angles. That need is going to be a close one. Killer indeed gets tagged with that need. On the hindsight, we have Torres who has been taken down. Oh, that's interesting. We do have some other type of guns coming in. Raven is going to find Torres with that crazy game. He's going to push down Killer with a ding shot, and another ding comes in from Clouder's perspective. That flashbang is working out quite a bit. Last player standing is going to be Quack, and that's it. 16-2. I was not at all expecting in the quarterfinals this kind of competition coming in, but yeah, we do have the first maps winner, and that is Only Friends. The competition was absolutely amazing, no doubt in that. But on the hindsight, after losing one or two players, it was a complete chaotic situation for the other team, Day Sleepers. They were unable to, like, let's say, form their own synergy and then eventually push back a lot. Their counter strategies were not at all working. On the same side, if I talk about Only Friends, they were ready with the attacking formation. If they were getting thrashed, if their one or two players were getting picked off, then also they were able to come with some good flanks, maybe some possible angles in their favor. The utils were absolutely amazing as well. And from the start till the end, they had good economy. And the biggest reason out of that is that they were unable to just get taken down by the other team. So yes, the economy was good. They were able to fight back quite a bit. And at the end, this is the particular team. Despite of not having their pick in this particular map, they were able to be the glorious one. And what about Vertigo?
Yes.
What will happen in that as well? I mean, too many speculations in the mind for now.
Well, yep. I mean, looking at the aggression of Only Friends in a map that they haven't picked, I feel pretty confident about them. In Vertigo, could be a 2-0 case that we're looking at, but if Day Sleepers do come back, then it's going to be pretty amazing because both the teams, going after the maps that they haven't picked. Not the irony, but it's quite common in CSGO. Sometimes, the map you picked is not in your favor. But Day Sleepers, I did not expect such a huge score difference since they selected the map. Maybe they could have gone a little close, maybe like at least double digit or 5 rounds or 6 rounds, but looks like Only Friends just shut them down back to back. We have to quickly jump at match highlights and have a look at what exactly happened in Day Sleepers. Once they got stuck at a certain moment, they couldn't just walk past by it. And I should say this was also one of the closest games, one of the fastest and closest games that we've seen quite in the last 3 days, in the last 2 days. And in quarter finale,
Yeah.
I thought the competition was about, more, but looks like Only Friends is such a strong team that they are giving a one-sided performance in a quarter finale.
Oh yeah, that one-sided domination was absolutely amazing. And the worst part is that there is still one more map to fight back. If Sleeper is also going to lose that one, but if there is going to be a comeback, there is going to be another decider that will be in the ancient map. But we'll talk about all of those stuffs later. But yes, in the highlights, you can clearly see how beautiful the control was. Yes, there was small burst of momentums coming in. Equac was able to take down a major share of the players, and he is the one who I guess started off controlling the fights from Only Friends perspective and also trying to get the advantage in their favor. But at the end, if only a single player is performing like Equac and Torres, like these were the two players which were trying to perform like in a vice versa situation. If Equac was performing, Torres was getting taken down. If Torres was performing, the other guys were taken down. So this was not at all helpful for them. Yeah, the orb shots from fired up was absolutely amazing. His angle was quite decent. Torres on the other corner had clear idea that there is going to be a push coming in from Finn's perspective, and unfortunately Finn got traded off at the same point. There was some good space from Equac's perspective as well, but all of that stuff happened in the initial 5 or 6 rounds. After that, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, a complete shutdown for the team of Day Sleepers came in.
Yeah. Well, an amazing start for Only Friends and Day Sleepers. They were getting a hang of the game. They just, got 2 rounds and suddenly fired up pickups and up and completely shuts Day Sleepers down. And not just that, from that round, the momentum have been so well for Only Friends that they didn't have to look back. They had the economy, even though if they lost couple of guns, no issues. And the fast-paced gameplay. Look at, only friends. They didn't give, enough room for day sleepers to breathe. They were just getting, they were closing them on in mid. They were closing them on T spawn itself. The round starts, people are moving from B banana, they're pushing towards the T ramp, and we've got mid getting pushed, we've got second mid getting pushed from only friends, which pretty much added up to day sleepers not being able to get out of that T ramp, or get out of that stuck momentum. But only friends, a great game coming in from them.
Oh yeah, they had the complete control, and due to which you can clearly see Crazy Gamer had the complete control. Was able to get 22 kills in, I guess, if we calculate 18 rounds that they were able to play. Inferno was the map where OnlyFriends had the complete control, despite of not being the pick. I guess OnlyFriends completely showcased their talent, their synergy, and also their output. That was amazing. On the hindsight, if I talk about Wickets, that is the only guy which was pretty close to the double digit marker. Like he has got 13 kills, but eventually his FPR is not looking that good when we compare them to the players of OnlyFriends, because everybody from OnlyFriends perspective is there with the more than 1.25 of like let's say FPR. So yeah, it was good to see that kind of competition coming in. Fired up on the other corner was there with the op. Clouda came up with a lot of 1v1s. Finn on the other corner was the savior in quite a few rounds for the team. And if I talk about Raven, well, he's just Raven. His performance is actually uncanny to any other player that is there in Onifre's perspective, because he can either be the opper, he can either be the assaulter, he can do a lot of stuff, and eventually he was able to do a lot of amazing takedowns as well. So yeah, at the end, indeed the performance was quite good from OnlyFans perspective, but we do think that the performance should evolve a lot, because indeed, after beating day sleepers, their strategies, their I guess statistics is looking good, but still they have to evolve a lot in order to just compete the other teams which might be coming in the semifinals. But let's talk about the MVP of the match of the season represents TEC Arena Connect. Well, it is going to be Crazy Gamer, and from OnlyFans perspective, this is the guy who is going to move forward with 22 amazing kills in his favor and 8 deaths to be precise, 2 assists, and eventually, if we talk about rating, that is
Yep.
1.86. Again, a very good score to be precise for Crazy Gamer, and I would love to see how he's going to perform in the semifinal, because we have got our first ever semifinalist.
Yes. Well, congratulations, I guess, to only
One more map to
friends.
go.
Yes, I mean, for one map, we still have one map,
Mhm.
of course, but I pretty much have a good feeling that they will take the second map over. And Crazy Gamer, I think he's one of those consistent players I've been watching since the day one online qualifiers and previously as well. And I believe that him and Fighter, both of them have such good synergy. Like they know when to communicate, they
Yep.
know when to push, they know when to hold, and most importantly, the crossfire setup coming in from Only Friends is just brutal enough for other teams that they don't have any way to push in through. So I think that's one advantage for Only Friends. But coming back and speaking about Day Sleepers, they still have one more chance. They still have one more map left, and that is going to be Vertigo.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they have luck on this side. Hopefully they have the strategies that they need. Hopefully they will make it the second map, because watching the third map is going to be definitely a fun one. Deciders
Yeah, indeed.
is going to be a good one.
I mean, at Deciders, we are just having goosebumps and we are betting our nails that what will happen. Is it going to be the team known as OnlyFans who is going to bag out the particular matchup, or is it going to be some other team like these Sleepers will be bagging it out? So, yes, we do have a lot of speculations at that point. But yes, also remember, guys, on 18th June, we do have the LAN event coming in. You can clearly see the QR code being shown on the bottom of your screens. Scan it so that you can get the free pass and eventually visit the LAN event that is there on Brindavan Auditorium, present in the Coimbatore region. And if you're close to there, go ahead, visit it. It's free of cost, and you can easily get a lot of hands-on experience on Alienware's new gadgets, new laptops, and new utilities, stuff like that. And on the hindsight, we do have quite a few offline games coming in. For example, CSGO 2v2 will be there. And you can clearly see that there is a massive prize pool of 3 lakh rupees, out of which 1,50,000 is for CSGO 5v5 that you're currently watching. And eventually, there is another set of 1,50,000 which is going to get divided between CSGO 2v2, Road to Valor 1v1, FIFA 1v1, and eventually, if I talk about Mortal Kombat 1v1, that is also going to be there. Along with that, racing simulators, meet and greet with some amazing influencers is also going to be there. So yeah, at the end, this is going to be one of those amazing days, which is going to get you the gist of how the esports ecosystem works, and eventually in the LAN event, you will get a lot of insight as well.
Yes, that is definitely there. A lot of insights, a lot of gaming experience, a lot of new content creators to meet, a lot of memories to make. And if it's your summer vacation and you have nothing to do at your house, you're getting bored, then this might be a chance to come outside and explore the world of gaming on in Coimbatore at 18th June 10 a.m. onwards in Brindavan Auditorium. But speaking about the massive prize pool for Road to Valor 1v1 offline, 75,000. So to anyone who's a huge fan of mobile games, Road to Valor is your go-to game. Then it's a huge opportunity for you to make some money at Coimbatore land. 75,000 just for a 1v1. Now that's a huge prize pool. So I hope that whoever's watching this scans that QR code and gets their free land ticket. And for more updates, you can follow us on our Instagram. That's @the Esports Club. And not just that, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel because we still have two more matches to go. That is the next quarter finale, which will be happening tomorrow, and the finals that will be happening on 18th June.
So yeah, a long journey indeed. But eventually, if we talk about start of this whole event in the one and qualifiers, we did saw a lot of teams coming back with their ups and downs. The only team that I missed the action from was the Training Guilds Protocol, if I'm not wrong, because the opponent from that particular team was able to forfeit, and eventually they are straight up making their way in the quarterfinals. So yes, they had an easier part, but eventually at this point, I guess they will be having a lot of trouble when they're going to face CG players. Because if you guys remember, Cartoon Game players was absolutely chaotic when they were performing against Arabat Esports. And that was the, I guess, highlight of the moment, to be honest, from yesterday, because just 0.01 second was there before that diffusal came in from CG players perspective. Otherwise there would have been an OT coming in, and eventually we might have seen the first overtime in this whole event. But no, yet not even a single overtime has been coming in, and I believe the next match is going to be there between Daysleepers and OnlyFriends, because it's a BO3 situation where if OnlyFriends is going to lose this one, Daysleepers is going to have a serious advantage in their hand, and maybe they're going to push forward and have that momentum being infected in the ancient map as well. But yes, the thing is, OnlyFriends is already looking quite good. They had the 5-man stack in their favor. Daysleepers on the other corner is missing with one major player. Maybe he's going to be back in the next map. And if it does not come in, I believe once again the total control could be coming in from OnlyFans perspective, because you do have to have those 5 players setting up the perimeter in the vertigo map, and then only you can control it. But yeah, pretty soon the match is going to get started, and the map reader is already here so that we can have an idea of how the whole situation will be getting carried away. Initially, we had the Inferno map where obviously it was OnlyFans with 16-2 in their favor, becoming the victor of that particular map. And now we are moving forward into the map of Vertigo, which is picked by the team OnlyFans, and counter terrorist is going to be the team known as Day Sleeper. So I would love to see how that enactment is going to go. Vertigo, again, as Elika said, is one of those interesting maps where both the teams, both the sides actually feel that they have the advantage, and eventually taking the control is going to be a bit more like very tipsy of this thing, where if you have the gunpowder, if you have the precision, if you have the right angles to play with, you might just have the control. It's not all about the sides.
Yes, it's not all about the sites, but it's more about the map. And I think we pretty much understood why in Inferno, the way how, Day Sleepers, it was their pick, but they couldn't do much. Plus, since their player being disconnected, added it to one of their disadvantages of not being able to put up a good performance. But moving forward, I feel like this map is their map, and I have some feeling that Day Sleepers will step up because they have come so far till quarter finale, and they know that one or the other match they were going to face against Only Friends unless they got eliminated. So I think they know what they signed up for, and I'm excited to watch what they have in the map of Vertigo for. But on the side of Only Friends, it's their map pick, and I have absolutely no doubt on them that they have already come prepared on the map. What do you think about Vertigo? What is your personal experience with Vertigo? Because personally, whenever I played Vertigo, I think I just feel very lost half the time because I just don't understand where most of the strategy is happening over here. I think it's more of an aim
Yeah.
when it comes to Vertigo rather than the rotations and everything. But I've seen a lot of comebacks happen in Vertigo, a lot of overtimes, and I think we just have a small technical problem. And me and Raider will be taking a short break. We'll meet you right back here. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, into the map of Vertigo. And looks like it's a do or die situation for day sleepers. Well, only friends are in a very comfortable situation as they start off with an upper hand in this game with an advantage of a map already in their back.
Well, yeah, let's have a look at it. I would love to see how the advantage is going to fall in the hands of Team Day Sleepers because they do have the series-sided advantage for the initial momentum. But remember, Only Friends is the one which chose that this particular map. This is their pick, and I really believe that they're going to be a bit more comfortable. Ring shots are about to come in, and they're trying to score the player. But let's see who's going to get the advantage. It is going to be Raven who's going to pick off Killer with that Glock in the hand. The terrorists are looking good. Another ring shot will be coming in. Crazy gamer. What a play from his perspective. He's not leaving even a single sign. But Cloud and Crazy Gamer, all of these giants are just looking way too good at this point, and Jimmy is going to be the only guy. Look at the players; they're jumping here, there, trying to tackle with some multiple angles in their favor. I mean, Vertigo is one of those map pulls with the uncertainty. You don't have the idea where the play might be. You might be getting taken down, but eventually, Cloud and his teammates are way too effective in this particular map because they have chosen it. They know how to play with it, and eventually they know on which angle the players might be hiding, on which angles players might be holding. And also remember, guys, in the greater picture of best of three, it is only Friends which is leading the chart. And it does seem like that only Friends is going to have the control in this one as well because now they have got the guns, Gullils, AKs, and also the Mac-10s are coming in. So yeah, it is going to be a tough time for DS Keepers to give a comeback.
Yep. Well, comeback is all day sleepers need right now, and only friends. They are very confident, and them starting off with the B side is ironically a good decision for them, or like a good map pick for them, I should say, because they are aggressive and aggression suits them very well. Look at Raven and Cloud are just shutting the entire server down with one spray. I mean, they barely felt the need to reload at this point, Raider.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, this kind of control, it really shows that why OnlyFans is actually picking up this particular map because they know how to control with it. Yes, indeed, the initial map was Inferno. Again, one of those OG maps from the past few years. I guess every single team has got an idea. Every single CSGO enthusiast has got an idea how to play with that particular map. So, indeed, in that particular match, once again, OnlyFans had the advantage. And once again, they are fired up and Raven performing with flashbangs and ding shots. They're getting some good picks. Jimmy has already been taken on. Once again, Equac gets flashed. Oh, man. What a shot from Equac's perspective. It's fired up who has been taken down. Torres and Equac are working in a sync and trying to get some good picks.
Yeah. Well, looks like that's not a start that you want for only friends, but day sleepers. Some positive way, like some positive motivation for them to keep on going ahead with this round. Well, it's a full buy round for them. They wouldn't want to mess it up or if they lose all the economy they've built for. And looks like only only friends is left with pretty much one player, Crazy Gamer. It turns out to be he's our last map's MVP, so he pretty much has a good chance to make the comeback happen. And looks like he will get another kill. Two kills in his pocket. You just have to go two more kills. Killer and Wickets, both of them are left, and I think Killer has already spotted him out. And Crazy Gamer is down to beg. So I'm pretty much not expecting Crazy Gamer to clutch it. Wicket comes for the rescue. Oh my god, if that last bullet connected, I would have gone crazy. Not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, it was almost a clutch done by that little guy. But moving forward, yes, indeed, finally a comeback coming in day sleepers. But don't be happy, guys, because those sleepers did indeed had the comeback in the, I guess, previous matchup as well. But after that, they were falling like a bunch of cards. So it should not happen again. They have the series side advantage, so they should be a bit more conscious and also confident about their angles. They're not being very pushy, which is again a good thing when you are when you are the counter terrorist. On the high side, if we talk about the T-sided team, look at those nades going on, trying to have the advantage. And yes, indeed, Equal gets picked off with a beautiful team from KC's perspective. He's going to find number one. It is Reason and Cloud are also working in a sync. At the same point, we have Jimmy with the farmer's picks off fired up. Killer is going to take on Raven. The trade fast are coming in. Definitely, Killer will be the last one, but it's a 1v2 to do. And then comes up with the mod. This could actually jump on. This could actually give the damage. Oh, now it's a 1v1. Now that's interesting. Now that's what we call the competition is getting involved. Look at the other guy. That is Cloud. He's way too far away. Was pretty close to the B side. Now he's going to be on the spawn area. But let's see. Let's see how he's going to perform with that as well. Because they do have the time. And they can just easily wait. And maybe some of the mistakes are going to be there from the perspectives of players like Killer. And I guess that mistake is going to get there pretty soon. They are very close to each other. But yet quite far. On other angles to be precise. Ah man, the player is stepping it up. He's coming up in an open area, and maybe that could be the end of this formation of Cloud and his teammates.
Yeah, well, a very important round for day sleepers because they will get the advantage. I mean, they will get the equalize score along with OnlyFans. But day sleepers have to be very careful since it's a 1v1 situation, and we've got day sleepers already situated over towards around connected, moving over towards the A bomb side, and looks like we've got a different like move coming in from Only Friends. He's moving over towards the B bomb side, and if it's not too soon, Killer should come back from A bomb site, and there you go. The bomb is getting planted down, and once it's planted, there's no going back. Only friends definitely have the have the advantage of the situation. The bomb is planted down. They just have to play for time now. A flashbang coming in through. Killer slowly taking a peek, and
Oh,
there you go. Clouda takes him down,
yeah.
and these are the situations that only friends make advantage of.
Mhm. I mean, yeah,
And
the
I
initial
feel like,
control
yeah.
could have. Yeah.
I feel like not just that, but only friends as
Yeah.
individually, they are so good and they know what call to take at what moment. And I think that's what
Right.
Clouda did. He knows that it's better to go for a peak or like at least clear angles because that will leave him at least some space. Ouch, that was a Zeus spell coming in through though. But
Oh,
Raven and
what?
Clouda looks like they were shutting DC down. I mean, anyway, it's an eco round for day sleepers, so not many expectations from them, but only friends seems to have fun with couple of Mactons and Zeus coming all together. Killer goes for the white peak, gets one, gets traded, and there you go. Yet again, only friends take away the round.
I mean, once again, the control is coming in from OnlyFans perspective. Yes, indeed, quite a few moments were there from DSTV's perspective as well. They were trying to get the picks. Killer is one of those guys which is actually getting the output. Has got 5 amazing eliminations. On the hindsight, if we talk about Torres, I don't know what is happening to him, but in Vertigo, he's just not being that fruitful. Maybe that could be the effect of the economy and not being present with the right gun. But yes, flashbangs are coming in, and with that, wickets get splashed along with Equack as well. But still they will be trying their little best to fight back. Look at wickets. That off. He's just waiting patiently to have an pixel and eventually pick 1 or 2 players down, but that won't be comfortable and maybe not that easy to be honest. Crazy Gamer only the one also is about to get picked up, but before that he gets Killer, and Clara is going to fight back with another guy. Let's see what will be the output. Now Clara has been taken down. Both Crazy Gamer and Clara has been picked off. With that, it's a 3v3 type of scenario coming in. Oh, now it's a 3v3 to be precise. A wall bang with the ding comes in from Raven's perspective. I mean, this is one of those players who loves to outperform the teams. What? This beautiful trade is coming in. Amazing, amazing. Raven was still able to just comfortably take the trade. But I was not at all expecting that Fired Up is going to get eliminated in the way that he was eliminated. But now the bomb has been planted at the B side, so the focus is going to get shifted. Will that be a possible, I guess, advantage area for Jimmy and the other guy like Torres? Torres, I was talking about him that he's not being that fruitful, and once again he fails to show that kind of anticipation. And finally, takes one more play down. Raven has to just be a bit patient, but unfortunately that is not the case. It is going to be DZ Day Sleeper who is going to take him down, and I don't think that there is a diffusal kit coming in, but still the timer is not that much. So yes, they will be able to completely defuse the bomb, have the end game in their favor, and the comeback is there for DZ.
Yeah, a nice round again. Well, I pretty much don't have anything to say. At this point, it's just how the economy builds up for both the teams. And day sleepers starting off at City side. See, as long as they are fulfilling a basic criteria of 5 to 6 rounds in the first half, they are good to go. And they can make a comeback in the second half. And only friends, considering their current scenario and current aggression, I don't think they're settling for anything less. I think they're aiming for a score pretty much like 9-6 or 10-5. And you can see it in the regression. They're currently heading over towards the B bomb side. They've already got their first pick. And there you go. He's got the second one as well. So Finn making an entry for his team. Raven immediately taking Jimmy down as well. Looks like they've got both the sides on control. Look at the oh my god. Look at the flag coming in from Raven. The control from Only Friends of both the bomb sides. It's pretty much like Only Friends is playing CT side right now.
Yeah, I mean, they have the angles, they are able to set the parameters, and eventually there is nothing coming from Daysleeper's perspective. I guess it's good to see them oozing that momentum in some rounds, but eventually they're not being consistent, and that is the biggest part when we talk about games like Counter Strike. You have to be consistent. If the consistent plays are not going to come in, I believe you can easily be shattered down. That's exactly what is going to happen. Now wickets bounce back. Another 1v2, but it's going to get traded off for sure. Another 1v2 coming in from Raven's perspective. I mean, he's known to do some amazing plays, and that's what he's going to do. The other guy is also getting a lot of idea that there is going to be a jump back situation coming in, but unfortunately, with that nade and molly, again, some trade fires are coming in. Raven is going to take 4 players. Now, it's all about Killer. If he takes him down as well, it is going to be ace like momentum coming in. Crazy Gamer is very close to Killer. So, if these 2 fights are going to happen, maybe Raven is not going to have his ace momentum. But yeah, let's see. Let's not lose the hope at this point. The ace could actually come in. Killer is also trying to take up a flank. It's like a cat and mouse chase as at this point. Like Crazy Gamer is trying to rotate on the right side. Same does Killer, but they are just missing them by inches, by angles to be precise. So I would love to see how the other guy Killer is going to perform at this point, because yes, I'm looking forward to see a 1v5 coming in from Raven's perspective. Already does the 1v4. One more player is left, and that is Killer. Has got the 5 frags, has got 1 assist and 7 deaths altogether in the 7 rounds that he has played. So every single round, this guy is getting taken down. In this particular round, he might just take 1 or 2 play down before he gets shattered. Because I really believe doing a 1v3 with the USP is not going to be that easy. But Crazy Gamer spots him. Will he be able to take him down? Yes, indeed, he does it. And through the wall bang with the M4 in his hand, was able to take down the player. Now it's 6-2. Again, the control is in the hands of Only Friends. Despite of the fact that we are talking about the T-sided team, I guess, yeah, Daysleepers have to step it up. Otherwise, they will be losing the chance to go to the semifinals.
Yeah. Well, the only shot that they've got in time is running out. Day Sleepers has to start stepping back up or they'll be in huge trouble. Only Friends, they are looking pretty comfortable right now, but Day Sleepers, it's a full buy round for them. And they've also give their best. And looks like Only Friends is just having a friendly death match against their enemies. Look at the confidence. They don't even need to give calls to each other. They're not even bothered about clearing angles. They're very confident that W gaming is the way for them right now. And that's definitely working in their favor. I mean, so far, the only rounds that they've lost is aim duels that Day Sleepers have gotten the advantage of. Rest, I don't think Only Friends is even looking to plant the bomb. They're just trying to eliminate all the players. See, they have the control of A bomb side. They have the control of the B is completely open. But I love how players are split in both sides of the map. Like one player is heading over towards B, one player is already situated at A. But where is the bomb dropped? Why isn't the bomb planted? My question. I think Bomber has finally reached to the A side, and I think the bomb will be
Oh,
going shot down. Lee Equark takes Raymond down, putting Finn to be the last player, and that headshot angle won't be a pretty nice one, but a good flash coming in from his side though. So Finn, it's about his aim duel, and there you go. Wickets finally wins it. As I said, all the rounds that Day Sleepers got is through that 1v1 aim duel.
mhm. I mean, Wicket had the kind of decent HP in his favor. On the high side, if I talk about Finn, he didn't have the HP. And Finn is one of those players who is not that good when it comes to finishing up the round, but he's very good at taking initial picks. He's very good at controlling the map. So yeah, he was trying to do that, but eventually he did not have the right HP and amount of HP to be precise with which he can fight back. But now moving forward, once again, Raven is trying to push forward. A flashbang comes in, both wickets and Equac has been flashed. Another pressurizing situation comes in. Equac finds one. The trade fire will be coming in. 2 good players of the team have already been destroyed. I'm talking about Only Friends. But at the same time, there is a trade coming in. It's a 3v3. Oh, Finn finds another one. Will he be able to take down quite a few players? I guess it is going to be a one big question to talk about. Jimmy and both Equac are at very low HP. Same does Finn and the Crazy Gamer. Raven is now going to come up with a 1v3. I really believe that. If that happens, it will be mesmerizing. On the A side, there is a bomb planting scenario coming in. And yes, the bomb has been planted. So in another 45 seconds, the bomb is going to go off and eventually the round will be lost. But before that happens, I guess every single possibility will be coming in from Wicket's perspective. Look at this flank angle that is coming in. That's kind of interesting. Yes, the flashbangs are still coming in. But is it fruitful? I doubt that. Okay, another ring shot might be coming in. But before that happens, Driven is going to take one player down. Now, Finn has been taken down as well. It's all over Driven. He has to do a 1v2. Jimmy, will he be able to do it? That's the biggest question coming in. And yes, he's trying to defuse it. Was on the verge of defusing it, and finally he's going to defuse the bomb. What a beautiful fight, man. And still, Raven is going to get picked off. Now, Jimmy and his teammates are looking good and happy, and the economy is also looking strong because they were able to defuse the bomb. At the same time, the buffer is also not that much, so they just might have the control of Vertigo.
Yeah. Well, Vertigo might be a story that Day Sleepers was looking for. Vertigo might be that comeback that Day Sleepers was waiting for. Can this map be in their favor? But so far, 4 rounds is not bad. Comparing to last map, I think this is a very good start for Day Sleepers. And Only Friends, yeah, they are there. They're being here and there. So I think even Day Sleepers is getting back on track little by little. And I think they're focusing and observing of what type of strategies that Only Friends is executing right now. We're down to a 3v3 situation. Finn is down to 48 HP. Oh, never mind. Equal just took up 5 up out of the server, which gives us an advantage for Day Sleepers to grab this round in their favor actually. Crazy Gamers, the last map's MVP looks like it's going to be an A hit. Finn gets spotted out, but Crazy Gamer gets taken down first. So Finn in a 1v3 situation with 48 HP. It's doable, but again, I'm not sure. He has the bomb in his hand, so that's one advantage. But he has to watch his back because it's a backstab coming back of him, and that's equal for you, taking him down, making it 5th round for Day Sleepers. Looks like the comeback is finally happening.
Well, yeah, the control is coming in for sure from Dayseeper's perspective. They are able to answer back, they are able to defuse a bomb, and even if they are unable to defuse the bomb, they are able to shut down the only hope that is there, that is coming from OnlyFriends' perspective, which is kind of good. But let's see how OnlyFriends is going to answer back because now they have lost the major share of that advantage, and still they are pushing from the same vicinity, I believe. But in order to push right now, they have got the technique in hand. Was able to take one player down. Oh, that was a tough one for Wickets, but he still finds Raven. On the hindsight, it was fired up who was able to take him down at the end. And now it's a PV4 type of situation, which again looks a bit more comfortable for the team. But look at the guns that the other guys have got. I really believe at this point the contestant is going to be a bit more surreal. Another trade-off coming in with that. Jimmy is going to be the last hope. This is not going to be that round where Jimmy might just have the control because it's a 1v4. On top of that, he has to just do that 1v4 and then go ahead and defuse the bomb. So he has too many things to do and also have to save his AP. I don't know what he's trying to plan with, but finds a very beautiful reflex shot. Was unable to take down another one because Fired Up was very keen on taking down some good body shots onto Jimmy. And with that, it's 5-7. I don't think so. Coimbatore is going to let it go that easily. They're just trying to control the match right now and also maintain that buffer because obviously that buffer gives them the hope and also the momentum, also the motivation that they are able to destroy the enemy's perspective. That might actually save the day for them. Yeah, moving forward, going to the 13th round. Remember, guys, very soon the first half is going to come to an end, and if the storyline will be like 10 to 15, that will be absolutely amazing for only friends. I really believe Great Fire will be coming in. Wicked finds one more. Crazy Gamer has been very rough, fired up. Takes one down. That Molly is going to be a very close one, and indeed the players are getting burned alive. But before that happens, Wicked finds another one. It's fired up. It's a 3v3 scenario once again. Control is still not lost from the other team's perspective, like which is one as Day Sleepers. But after losing Torres and Wickets, it's all about Deke back. Oh, that Deke shot was good. But will he be able to find the last two players?
Yeah. 8th round for Only Friends. Well, I thought Day Sleepers came back, but looks like Only Friends just took away all the hopes back. And pretty much not just that, but look at Day Sleepers' economy. I mean, they are investing heavily right now with an op and 4 FAMAS in their hands, and Only Friends on the other hand. 3 AKs, 1 pistol. What is that conference of pistol? Did Fired Up forget to buy? Oh yeah, there you go. He's bought. He was just to get $5,000 in his bank. And Torres, what an opening with the FAMAS. Immediate trade coming up from Crazy Gamer. Killer again trading for Crazy. A couple of trades coming in through 1 minute 25 seconds left on the clock. Finn is trying to jump spot if anyone's out there. And here we are. The op comes out. Wicket takes Fired Up down. Well, not just that,
There you
but
go. Mm-hmm.
yeah, not just that, but I don't see the bomb. Now that's a problem. I think they dropped the
Yeah.
bomb over towards the B bomb side. So Only Friends they
Mm-hmm.
have to go retrieve the bomb, and they are in a very tight situation.
the best part is like the other team already knows that there is a bomb which has been dropped, and they're trying to have the control out of it. They're trying to just set up perimeters so that they have the final gist out of that particular fight. Now, getting the boost, he's trying to bounce back. He's trying to get the idea and maybe get the control out of this particular fight. But let's see, will he be able to do that? Fruitful finds a player on the edge. He was about to take the ding, but fails to do that in the first shot. But still, is going to pick the place out. Okay, last one is also going to get traded off, and it's done. What a beauty, only friends says. I mean, this was not at all looking around where Day Sleepers could have lost it, but eventually look at OnlyFriends. That boosting up scenario and Riven's kind of IQ was absolutely amazing. The way he was able to come up with the flanks and the unexpected angles that was coming in from OnlyFriends' perspective was absolutely amazing. Look at Riven, how beautiful he was while he was picking up the player. Was able to trade off beyond the box and eventually then traded off beyond the generator as well, and that is absolutely impressive. With that, I guess done and dusted. Again, a very sudden push is going to come in with that loss of HPs. Crazy Gamer is also looking on a very shaky corner, but still, he will be able to take down Fem. And it's a 4v3 type of scenario now. It's a 4v2. Killer finds a very good deep shot and was able to take down the player. Now, once again, Revan has to do the heavy lifting. The bomb is there with him, and he's trying to push forward. He's trying to have the control out of the A side, but will he be able to do that? That's a big question coming in. Obviously, it's not going to be that easy, but it does seem like that he's going to go ahead and plant the bomb as fast as possible. Also, be a little cautious because obviously, if he gets spotted while planting the bomb, he won't be able to do anything at that point. Eventually, on the other corner, if it over Crazy Gamer is trying to set up the perimeter, Equek already forming up an angle. He might be able to take down one or two players, but before that happens, Raven is going to spot him. Indeed, Raven is still there with the 100% HP, so he is still one of the biggest asset for the team.
Yep, because as said, definitely what time is running out, and only friends has to take care of the players, and they definitely do. Now we know the reason why Crazy Gamer is known to be the MVP. His positioning was too good. And there you go, he gets a double kill, and I think Raven is going in for it. I think it's definitely not a nice time to do that.
Wow.
But since they got the round, only friends should not take any trouble right now. 10 rounds in their favor, 10-5 is a scoreline. Oh, actually, this was a scoreline I was predicting really at start of the map. But at least progress coming in from last map for Day Sleepers. Maybe they can do a comeback in the next half when they eventually switch towards the T side. And only friends, that last round, man. Well played by
Mhm.
Raven.
Yeah, Raven had the clear inside. Not just Raven, I believe that backside coming from Crazy Gamer was absolutely impressive. I mean, you have to have those amazing players in your favor, which can easily change the pace of the game. But now moving forward, Tasty Place is going to become the T-sided team. They're trying to push forward to the B side. While pushing, they're going to have a lot of confrontation from quite a few players. And look at Raven, again finding two good dig shots. Oh, not just two, a 1v3 from his perspective. He's just about to have another one, a 1v4 from Raven's perspective. Now it's all about the last man standing, which is Killer. He's AFK. I guess it is going to be a very easy job done by
There you go.
Raven. But yeah, Fired Up is going to again steal that ace.
Yep. 5 to 11, only friends coming back stronger than ever. And they sleepers. They had a chance. They should have capitalized on it. But, you know, we can't write the story. Sometimes we just see what happens. And I think the sleepers is currently facing that issue. And guess what? The players just disconnected. So we're going to have we're going to call a tech pause. Meanwhile, speaking about only friends players, we've got Finn with 15 kills, but better than that, we've got Raven with 24 kills. I'm sure no one can beat him as the MVP. And as we have a look at our first map MVP, it's Crazy Gamer with 17 kills. And I think I'm very confident that Raven is going to be the MVP for second match. Look at his kills, man. 24 kills with just 9 deaths. What type of KD is that ought to be?
Yeah, it is looking absolutely impressive. The way he is performing, the way he is not losing HPs, and also having the control of the map. That is the best part. I mean, Riven, I guess in this particular vertigo map, he was able to be very close to having an ace in just 2 or 3 rounds. So that's absolutely impressive. He was able to get the major share of quite a few rounds, and he has saved a lot of amazing rounds for the team as well. Same goes for Crazy Gamer. On the hindsight, if we talk about Crazy Gamer, does not have that many kills, but indeed he's very impressive when it comes to his formation, when it comes to his backstab, and also the angles that he usually loves to play with. But yeah, moving forward, we do have only friends at this point with the buffer of 6 amazing rounds in their favor. Just 5 more rounds to go, and then they will be able to become the semi-finalists, the first ever semi-finalists to be precise that we are actually predicting at this point. But yeah, moving forward, if we're talking about Day Sleepers, they're trying their level best to come back in the game. Unfortunately, one good player of that particular team is disconnected, so we are waiting on that. And if Vertigo is in the favor of Day Sleepers, which is again the pick for only friends as a map, if Vertigo is in the favor of Day Sleepers, then we'll move on to the Ancient, which will be the decider for the day. And again, I would love to add on like Ancient is a very interesting map to play with, but eventually has to phase off and has to get the advantage of Vertigo so that they can actually go for the Ancient. Otherwise, this is going to be the last map for the day. And yeah, only one best of three for today. So yes, both of these teams are trying their level best to actually get the advantage. And on the hindsight, if we talk about OnlyFans, it really feels like they're trying to wrap it up very quickly.
Yeah, well, only friends. I mean, it was a pretty expected game from them that they were looking confident since the start of the series from online qualifiers itself. But Day Sleepers, this was a team that we haven't expected, to qualify into quarter finale. And I'm pretty sure they know that, Only Friends is one of the teams, but they might have not expected Only Friends to be in their opponents. So quite unfortunate events happening, but they know that one or the other second they had to face them, and now they are facing a lot of technical issues along with their team momentum going down round after the round. I mean, a nice try in Vertigo, a map that they haven't picked, but they were able to put at least 5 rounds performance compared to Inferno that was
Yeah.
their pick. So let's, there's not much to talk about strategies again, but Only Friends have been in the scene for longest. I think it has been quite some time that we have seen CSGO getting revived back into the esports scene in India, and I've seen very consistent performance from Only Friends and Kingpins, of course. I think we'll be watching them tomorrow, definitely, Kingpins. And they they are such a strong team, Kingpins. I've seen them fight back to back, head to head in a lot of, other CSGO tournaments. So I pretty much say if there is a finale, I pretty much feel like it's going to be between Kingpins and Only Friends. And, five
Okay.
more rounds for Only Friends to make it to the semi finale.
I mean, yeah, we do have our own speculations. We do have our own variables to talk about. And also, guys, on the chat, if you are willing to just showcase your own, I guess, ideas, go for it. Our moderators are there who can actually let you know whatever the information is all about. But yeah, moving forward, Crazy Gamer is going to keep picking up the players. Big shots coming to the play. Unfortunately, those are not the connections that we are trying to talk about. And yes, J sleepers are going to sleep out of this particular round because it's a 1v5 for Equac to be precise. And it's not going to be easy because he has got the Deagle in his hand. And obviously, with the Deagle, might not be able to find that output that he's trying to go with. Yes, Equac now has been spotted. Shots are coming in. Crazy Gamer is also trying to appoint some good shots. They are appointing the shots on their own teammates, but still, let's see how far will they be able to do. Another shot could be there. Equac is just holding beyond the stairs, but has got the shotgun in his hand, which will be again very chaotic for the guys.
Yeah, a chaotic background for Day Sleepers, but I don't think they have much hopes left now. But Only Friends, they seem pretty cool, and their economy is also pretty consistent. Well, this is the only buy round that Day Sleepers is gonna get. After this, they have to go for an eco. They've got a couple of AKs, actually a 5-man AK setup to my surprise. Anyway, moving forward to the round, looks like Day Sleepers are heading over towards the A bomb set. If I'm not wrong, majority of them are still fighting over towards the B ramp. So there you go, fight up and Finn, destroying them before they even walk out for the fight. 3 players taken down from Day Sleepers side. Wickets and Equak, both of them left for themselves. Equak is down to 79 HP. And Crazy Gamer seems like he's gonna go behind him, but gets spotted out, gets taken down. Crazy Gamer, a very nice headshot over there. Is gonna jump down. But the last player is gonna get horned down. Equok's position has been revealed, and he manages to get a kill on towards Crazy Gamer. They look at Only
There you
Friends'
go.
aggression.
Mhm.
They just push Day
And
Sleepers back into the spawn, man.
yeah, I mean, despite of being the fact that Day Sleepers is the terrorist right now, they're not even able to make a move. And only friends on the other corner, despite of being counter terrorists, they are behaving like a terrorist and eventually just pushing forward in the enemy territory and also just shutting them down, pushing them in their spawn, as you said, Elika. But yeah, performance was absolutely amazing. Now just 3 more rounds to go, and eventually it will be the semifinals where only Friends is going to showcase their talent. Before that happens, once again the similar approach is going to come in. Some incendiary grenades are being utilized at this point, so the crazy gamer can have the control. The dousing of that fire is obviously going to be there. But what is happening? Players are falling very rapidly from the both sides. But still, it's 2 versus 3, and maybe at the end it is going to be Killer Intolerance of changing the pace of the game. But it is going to be a very difficult and demanding fight. Finds one. Will he be able to take down another one? No, that's not the case. Very close to the match point is going to be the team known as Only Friends. What is your pick, guys? What do you think at this point? Is it going to be a comeback like situation coming in? Because 28 rounds have to pass if Daysleeper is going to go to the 14 rounds to be precise in their favor. But the thing is, only Friends have got the control, have got the angles, have got the ideas how they have to fight back. So I really believe this is going to be a cakewalk for them in the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, a cakewalk definitely looks like it. Only Friends, 14 to 5. Just one round for the match point. And look at that opening already coming in from Fired Up. A very nice opening button trade coming in from Day Sleepers. Quite a rare look at Raven going in for the backstab, but gets spotted out. Bad timing. Equok takes him down. Cloud immediately going in for the trade, leaves us in a 1v3 situation. Absolutely less chance for Equok to make this clutch happen. Well, his position is already revealed away, so the push is gonna come through. Eventually, Cloudo will take him down, and that's the match point for Only Friends. One round away from moving forward into the game, into the tournament. To Coimbatore, most importantly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything that only that Day Sleepers is trying to do is just failing at this point. They are again back with their guns. They have got the AKs. All AK buy is going to come in without any kind of utilities from the side. Once again, that approach might not be favorable, but they were able to find Raven. At the same time, Killer also gets picked off by Raven's beautiful space valve, and with that, obviously, the advantage to Day Sleepers' perspective. And yeah, they were able to pick one other guy. And it's Crazy Gamer who has been picked off. But look at that beautiful off shot from Vince's perspective. He's not even missing a blink at this point, and is getting the job done. But at the same time, has to be a bit more vigilant. Yes, Jimmy has been picked out by Cloud and Raven's perspective, but that doesn't have Wickets and Quack. But Wickets gets taken down. Quack is going to find another one. Is it a 1v2? Yes, it is. Now a 1v1. Maybe we are going to see one more round, or maybe 2 or 3 rounds more. But just one more shot to be precise from Finn's perspective, and that could be it. It is not going to be easy for Quack to just completely change the game. He has got the bomb. He might actually approach the A side or the B side according to his formation, to be honest. But Finn is ready with the Deeg in his hand. Is going to spot the player. Unfortunately, Quake will be unable to
There you
Quake
go.
was unable to do anything fruitful at the point, and there we go. We do have Only Friends being the champion, being the victor of this quarterfinals one, to be honest. And yeah, these Reapers definitely tried the level best, both in Inferno and and Vertigo to be precise. Although the heavy lifting was done in the Vertigo map because they had slightly higher control when it compares to Inferno, and there was no, I guess, speculations. There was no strategies that were coming in from DC's perspective, which was coming up like a fruitful one to be precise. At the end, we do have a team which is going to go to the semifinals. I was not at all expecting this kind of play. Like I did thought there might be a decider coming in. I did thought there might be a comeback coming in because after seeing their performance, I'm talking about D Sleepers at this point. After seeing their performance in the online qualifiers against Destructive Five, we had an
Yes.
insight that there might be a comeback like situation coming in. But indeed, the opponent was Only Friends. That team, which is the one of those consistent team in the Indian gaming community of CSGO at this point, and yeah, they proved themselves once again. Moving to the semifinals, definitely they're looking very good. But let's have a look in the highlights. Let's have a brief idea of what happened and how it all started.
Yep. It all started with Only Friends taking over the victory like they usually do, and Day Sleepers trying to step up for it. But the story this time had a different turn. Day Sleepers were able to pull up 5 rounds, and they had a pretty good chance to make a comeback against, Only Friends. It was, I think, 5 to 7 or 8 scoreline, but a lot of factors do come into point, and especially with day speakers having active, disconnections from the player is also one of the reasons why the momentum could not have been built up. But the match highlights pretty much speaks for itself, that the sleepers this time have tried their level best. They were quite not sure about Only Friends strategies, as it was Only Friends map pick Vertigo, and I'm sure Only Friends were ready to play this map. So they weren't much bothered about day sleepers. But day sleepers, not not an expert of this map, still being able to pull off quite a couple of rounds against Holy Friends. At least they didn't give up. They were trying to gather info. But Only Friends had a very different approach when it comes to the game. They went for aggressive pushes. They capitalized more on the aim duels rather than the actual strategies. I've seen them I've seen them sweeping both the bomb sites, even as a T, even as a CT. So that gave them a lot of map control radar. So hence,
Hmm.
Only Friends had most control of the map, which was
Yeah.
easy for Only Friends to spot the opponents.
Yes, they had the idea from which angle the sleeper is going to peak, from which angle they are going to push forward. Although I guess Vertigo is one of those maps where you have to comfortably sit on the edges and still wait for the angles to come in, and that's exactly what Raven also did when they become when they were actually switched in the second half to the series side. So yes, they were having the control. They knew that they have to push forward, but at the same time they had to be quite calculative, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. One or two rounds were actually missing from the corner. They were getting on the edge, about to get destroyed, and that is why I guess once again Raven stepped it up, was able to do a 1v4. Unfortunately, it was I guess Fired Up who stole the last final finish of the AFK guy. Otherwise, it would have been a very beautiful ace momentum coming in. If I'm not wrong, indeed there was an ace in the online qualifiers, but that was some other team which had the advantage of having the ace in their favor. But yes, the start of this quarterfinals is absolutely impressive. The way the chaotic fights are coming in is absolutely impressive. But I do think that in the later stages, in next qualifiers, in next quarterfinals to be precise, we will see bit more of a hectic score coming in, bit more of a decided round also coming in. But at the end, Vertigo was the map that we are talking about. It was the pick from Day Sleeper's perspective. It was a pick, sorry, from the Only Friends perspective. And Day Sleeper was the counter terrorist team initially when they started this particular map, this particular round. Moving forward, Only Friends have secured a lot of frags. Look at Raven, 27 amazing frags from his perspective, and an FPR of 2.03 in the quarterfinals. Hands down, one of those amazing players indeed.
Yes. Well, Raven with 27 kills. Only if the game lasted a bit more, I think Raven could have hit the 30 bomb, eventually 40 or 50 as well. Raven is the MVP, ladies and gentlemen, for the current map. I think even like halfway through the map, I saw that he was holding 24 kills. And I think second highest was Fired Up, if I was not wrong, and Crazy Gamer, of course, the MVP of the first map.
Yeah,
I think all the players of Only Friends have done very well, and it's
yeah.
time for them to rise and shine at the LAN. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're currently watching the CSGO online qualifiers for the Coimbatore LAN, which will be happening on 18th June. 10 a.m. onwards at Brindavan Auditorium. And if you're a huge esports geek and if you're around Tamil Nadu or Coimbatore, go ahead, scan that QR code, get a free LAN ticket, and a chance to participate worth of 1,50,000 rupees prize pool games like CSGO 2v2, Road to Valor 1v1 with 75,000 prize pool, FIFA 23 1v1, and Mortal Kombat 1v1. And not just that, you also have a lot of experience zones. And if you want to get your hands on experience with the newest launch of Alienware, do come and visit by. And of course, your favorite content creators are going to be there, along with a lot of giveaways being taken place. For more updates, you can follow us on our Instagram, that is the Sports Club. And do of course drop a subscribe button, because we still have one more quarter finale left. That's going to be tomorrow, and the grand finale on 18th June.
Yeah. I mean, this is a long journey to be precise. From 7th to 10th, we are going to see the quarterfinals, and eventually on the 18th, as Elika said, we are going to host a LAN event, and eventually in that LAN, we are going to see the semifinals and the grand finals of this CS:GO 5v5. And for those guys who have missed the online qualifiers and online registrations, to be precise, of this way of 5v5, they can go ahead, visit the LAN event, and eventually register for the CS:GO 2v2. FIFA 1v1, Mortal Kombat 1v1, Road to Valor 1v1, and again, Road to Valor is again a very comparatively new game when we compare them to the other three IPs that is going to come in this particular LAN event. So if you are an enthusiast who loves to play MOBA, who loves to actually engage in games like Road to Valor, they can actually have the advantage of the prize pool and also feel that I guess boost of momentum, boost of motivation for them
Yes.
in that particular game. Maybe become a star of that particular game as well. At the same time, as we can see, Alienware is launching an amazing line of products, portable products to be precise. That is the laptop with high punching power and quite a big bit of a performance coming in, so you can get the hands-on experience on that as well. All of those things are going to be there, but in order to be on the LAN event, you have to scan that small QR code that you were seeing in the previous scheme, and eventually you will get the free pass as well. Yeah, there we go.
Yes,
This screen.
definitely. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, scan it, share it to your friends. Do drop by if you're in Coimbatore. And let me tell you, this is one of the opportunities that you might be waiting to step into the world of esports and gaming. And don't worry if you're not already a part of esports and gaming, it is your chance. It is your chance to start your career. Maybe who knows? May
Yeah.
meet your fellow gamers and meet your duo. Who knows? But coming back, this event is going to be one of the most special events, since it's open for all college students. It's open for everyone, but targeting mostly over towards the college students. So if you are a college student looking to make career in esports, or looking forward to get into esports, then I think this LAN is what you've been looking for. So go ahead, scan the QR code, get your ticket, and follow us on our socials for more and more updates. And I think that's all about the Coimbatore event. But speaking about power pack
Yeah.
performance, speaking about powering up your performance, I think you have to go and check out the Alienware's newest and latest launch with 1490 GPUs, 13th gen Intel, and quite more of accessories and quite more abilities being added in the new laptops. But for now, me and Raider will take a good night, and we'll meet you tomorrow right here.